Hello. So now we will try to create a workspace with ROS and then install our Vosk package over there. Okay, let's start. So just open up any terminals on your Ubuntu machine, but the terminal I'll be using is named Terminator because there's a useful feature over here where I can create these kinds of, let's say, terminals in the same window. There's which the default terminal doesn't allow us to do. All right, so let's create a folder named, let's say, test catkin ws workspace. Okay, so what mkdir comments mean sorry command means is like you are just creating a folder named this. Okay, let me just show you. So I kind of ran it on the home directory. All right, so this tilde like sign over here means you're in the home directory. So as you can see on my home, I have created this folder, which is an empty folder for now. Okay, now let's go inside this folder using the cd command. All of the commands that I'm mentioning over here will be down in our Notion as a code. All right, so it will be easier for you to copy paste yeah, our code. Okay, and then naming the folder test catkin workspace is I'm doing it for right now because I just want to show you how it's done. But the correct way of the correct folder name would be just catkin ws. Okay, that would be the perfect name for our workspace, because I have already created this folder over here. As you can see, catkin underscore workspace. That's why I will not be using this name. So as it's a tutorial, I'll be using this one. All right, but for you I would suggest that you just use catkin workspace. Okay, so after that we need to create another folder. I have just gotten inside this or test catkin workspace, and I will create another folder named source. All right, so here's our source folder, and then we have to run a command while being inside this our catkin workspace. Just always notice in which folder I am right now while running any commands, okay, or else it will just mess everything up. Okay, so we will run the command catkin make. Just wait for a bit to run. It's trying to, yeah, awesome. Okay, so our make command worked perfectly. Now we just need to write this command over here. This just syncs our code current workspace actually. So just write source tilde and then the catkin workspace. So the folder name over here. So in our case, it's test catkin or workspace, but in your scenario, it will be just catkin workspace, and the double and the later part will be same for everyone. Let's do this. Awesome. So one of the things that needs to be mentioned is that this command over here needs to be on every, we need to run it on every new terminal. Okay, so let's say we create a new terminal over here, then we need to run that command again, or else we won't have access to these all the packages inside this test catkin workspace. Okay, so to get, and it's a tedious process. All right, so to get rid of that issue, what we need to do is open this text file that resides in our home directory. So this will be gedit, so we'll be editing it, and its name is bash rc. Okay, let's open this. Just don't forget there's a dot over here, and over here on the bottom of it, just keep the command just right over here, and this should be actually the name of your workspace. Let's save it, let's close it again. Okay, now we don't need that. Okay, now we can just continue on and we don't have to worry about this command ever again. Now we will just move into the source folder that I have created. All right, so I'm in cat source folder, which resides in test catkin workspace. Okay, so now what's usually done over here, right, in this step is we try to create a package, custom package over here for that's needed for us, a ROS package, and then we just try to create our own nodes over here, right? But in the case of this speech recognition, we have already built node over here, which is named as ROS VOSK. All right, so this is the package we'll be using. So there are some documentations over here that we'll go through and install some necessary files. So let's first clone this up. Okay, so this is the git command, and make sure you will have installed git inside your Ubuntu machine, which is usually done by default, but make sure it's done. Okay, so just run git clone and this over here, and make sure you are inside this source folder while you run this. Let's wait for it to clone it. Cloning actually means it's just downloading that folder into our specific location. Okay, it's trying to, let's wait for it to load. Okay, and in the meantime we also need to install some packages. So this is a package that's needed for our melodic. Usually Python 3 is in default installed in our Ubuntu, so let's ignore that. And we are not using ROS melodic, we are using ROS noetic. So yeah, so this is the um, packages we need. So let's copy them and let's just paste them over here till we just be installed. In my case, I already have all of the packages installed. This sound device and this vosk package over here, it's already installed on my machine. So that's why it's showing this, but in your scenario it will start downloading. Okay, after that what we need is to install this eSpeak over here. All right, so let's go over in our terminal and just, okay, we need to install that. Let's put in my password. All right, so this package is installed, and the final package that we need is PyTTSX3. So this is for our text synthesizer. So it will read out text from the written script. Okay, let's see if there's anything. Okay, that's all. That's all we need. Now let's clear our terminal. Now what we need to do is to catkin make our workspace. All right, so we need to go to the workspace directory. Now we are in the source folder right now. Let's write this command cd space dot dot, and it will take us to this directory. Now we need to run catkin make command. Okay, so this will create our package correctly. So this is just creating our ROS VOSK package. As you can see, yeah, it's trying to run this package over here. Yeah, here we go. Our VOSK package has been built correctly. Now we so I would suggest you to create two tabs right now. So for me in this terminator, I can just split my screen, which I guess is not a valid option if you are using the default terminal. Okay, that's why it's so useful. Just open a new tab or in your scenario. So let's run our ROS core. This will start our ROS master, and then what we need is, so let's run our vosk node. Okay, so what we'll need is ROS run space ROS name of our package. So it was ROS vosk. So to autocomplete it, Ubuntu has an option. So if you double tap it, it will just autocomplete. Okay, and then if you just double tap it, there are so many options that can be used. So we'll be using the vosk node. Vosk node. Okay, let's press enter. Yeah, no model found, and it will show us this GUI over here. And for me, if I just press download, it will be downloaded so easily without any issues. Let's wait for it to download. Here we go, it's being downloaded correctly. So let's just try our voice. Hello, how's the weather today? Here we go. It just detected my voice correctly. Awesome. Okay, so for you, this might not work and there will be some errors being shown to your screen. So basically, I'm using Control C to close any command line applications. Just right at this moment. So what I will suggest you to do is install two packages. Okay, so it will be pip3 install bs4. Okay, this will be one of the package that you need. It is something called beautiful soup 4. Okay, or else this won't work for you. Okay, the way it worked for me, yeah, it's already installed on my device. And then the other package that you need is pip install. It would be named lxml. Okay, these are the two packages that you need to run and download correctly. Okay, it's all installed. Let's run our code and vosk node again. It will show this error every time you try to run. Just close this. It will just start automatically. Yeah, vosk is ready to listen. Hello, how's the weather again? Yeah, it detected my word, and there are some extra things that I tried to. Yeah, so that's it. That's how you run your speech recognition. And now, on the next video, I will show you how to let's say access those texts and use it in your code, right, and run some commands. Okay, that's all.